Hi everybody, Caroline here. I'm the maker behind Winged Flight Jewelry, and today I've been playing around with polymer clay, specifically the polymer clay earrings for the Valentine's collection. And I'm gonna pan down to my bead mat and show you what I have and maybe work on some things for a little bit. So, okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around and here goes nothing. I'm going to turn the ring light on. I think might be better to see. Yeah, that's a little better, I think. Let me know if you like it with the light on or the light off. So let me show you. So this was the, I'm going to move my roller out of the way. This was the original one I made, and then this was the one I made in a bit darker color today. And this one, it stuck out a lot more. I think I did a better job impressing the stencil into the clay in this one than that one. But so this one's a lot more pronounced and this one's more subtle. I don't know if this camera is picking it up at all, but they are kind of slightly different shades of red. And I have, this is the rest of this color I have, and this, now I'm kind of confused. I think this one might have glitter in it. I'm actually not sure. This one is that color. I think this is the rest that I have left. I'm going to turn this camera, I'm not going to turn the camera off. I think I'm going to turn the light off because it's a little bright for me. Let me take a look. So I'll hold these up. I don't know what is better. So, yeah. Okay, so I figured I would try out this hot pink. It's not really my thing usually, but I'm thinking of trying it out with this stencil from Create Along and this blue to add a nice contrast. So, and these are chalk pastels. So what I'm going to do is move off some of these things off my bead mat. And I think I'm going to use this Q-tip to help me spread in the chalk pastel. So I'm going to move this off my table. Excuse me. I'm going to slide these up. Pull that up. Roll this over here. I'm gonna chop, push this up a little bit. I'm gonna chop some of this pink. So I think I've said this before, but one of the great things about polymer clay is, oh, I need to clean my blade, hang on, is the ability to just try things, play around, and pardon the noise. Over there, very loud. Sorry, getting a baby wipe out of my desk to clean things off. One of the great things about polymer clay is you are able able to play and continue playing basically until you're happy with the end result, and then put your pieces in the oven and bake them. Polymer clay doesn't really dry out. I mean, I guess it would if you just left it out like this. But I mean, I've left pieces out for weeks like this, covered up, and they're still fine when I want to go bake them. But also you can mix things in, and if you use paint on polymer clay and you don't like it, you can just mix it back up together. Now, granted, it might make another color, but you can just do that and start again. So well, technically I have this handle for my blade, but this handle here, but I'm not going to use it. It's easier to chop. Okay, so one of the first things I do with the clay is I'm going to just squish it a little bit, and then I'm just going to run it through. There's my pasta machine right here. This right here. I'm going to run it through that. Oops. There we go. Okay. Oops. And when you run, the first few times you run through, you know, you might get things on your clay. You can just pull them off. And also you're going to get all this raggedy bit. That means the clay is not conditioned or, you know, rolled through your pasta machine enough. So you need to do that a few times, or use an acrylic roller to roll it out. So. But yeah, I mean, to me, it's kind of like working with polymer clay is kind of like working with Play-Doh, except, you know, you then have something relatively permanent after you bake it. But like Play-Doh, you can squish and form and sculpt and add other colors and mix and push things into the clay to your heart's content, basically. So technically, I don't even have to be squishing the clay. I can just roll it in the pasta machine. So as you can see, less jaggedy edges. I'm just going to push the edges in, fold and roll again, and I think we're getting near being done here. This looks pretty good. So I'm going to pick the side I like, this side, and I do check very carefully. Sometimes there are little air bubbles on your work. These ones are kind of off to the side, so I'm not going to worry about those, but if they were in the middle of my design, I'd want to just use the blade and just make a little indent in the clay and remove that air bubble and roll it through again. Because air bubbles, I think, can basically make your finished baked clay product not as stable, I guess, for lack of a better word. So, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over this stencil, figure out where I want to put it. I think I'm just going to do this. Yeah, this gets me more hearts. So, I'll start here. And I'm just going to lightly push. I might do a little light roll. Move my blade out of the way so it doesn't cut into my clay. Just do a very gentle roll. And you can, I don't know how well the camera is picking that up, but the stencil is kind of, you can sort of see the clay coming through. Not really coming through, but it's darker in some areas, and that means it's adhering nicely to the clay. So, okay. So now, I'm gonna grab my pastel here, and I'm gonna do this off to the side. I'm gonna go over here, and I'm just going to, I don't know how you can see this, I'm just gonna shave just very lightly with my blade. You can do as little or as much. Chalk pastels are usually pretty light in terms of colors, so you can always go over it. And if you don't like it, once again, roll up your clay or use a baby wipe. Pull off your stencil, use a baby wipe. I think you can use a baby wipe and just wipe it right off the clay if you haven't added anything else like paint or whatnot. So, all right. That's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to grab my thing, and we're just going to go right over this. I don't have any idea what this is going to look like. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if I'm going to think it's really nifty. We are going to find out. But and you're just going to go over the clay as much or as little as you want. I want these hearts to be pretty blue, so do like the blue. I need some more pastels, I think. Need some more, so I'm going to use my blade again. Oops. Getting chopped pastels. Need a lot. Okay. Trying to do this somewhat quickly. It's not like you're watching paint dry, but, and you know, you could do different colors for these hearts if you wanted to, obviously. I'm doing all the same for the sake of this project. And then when you're done with the stencil, you're just going to peel it off gently. If it was paint, you'd want to gently rinse it off in a tub of warmish water. You don't want to let the paint dry on the stencil or silk screen, because that will damage it. But with chalk pastels, you can just use like a baby wipe. I mean, you could use water if you wanted to, but it's not going to damage it. It's just powder. I just decided I would do these ones too, just because I can. Okay, now here's for the grand reveal. Let's make sure we have enough on these hearts. Gonna go in with the extra powder. One thing I like about chalk pastels is it can give like a batik looking effect. So let's get all that powder. Okie dokie. Let's see what this looks like. Ready for the reveal. Just gonna lightly oh, look at that. There. That turned out really fun. I don't know how well. Let me see if I can take off the I'm gonna remove this clay. Oh, first I'm gonna wipe off my blade. Okay, let's see if I can pick this up so you can see it. That turned out really fun. This stencil didn't work very well for the pushing it in, but look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's so fun. I like that a lot. So, okay. So I'm gonna see what I can do with this. Okay. So, I don't want to do a tree. Maybe I will do one of these. What do we think? Or maybe I'll just do a heart around it. Heart around it. I think maybe that's what I'm gonna do. These aren't that big though. I think I might actually go get my teardrop cutters and use a teardrop. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I'm back. Here are my teardrop cutters. So if I take one of these, those ones are pretty big. The next size we have are these. I'm going to try the big size. I'm going to go statement today. Okay. So find where I like it. See if I can get like okie dokie. Push. Okay. If it got stuck in the cutter, I'm not going to push on the front of it. Let's see if I can. Yep. sorry, I'm going off camera. See if I can. There we go. Nice. That worked well. Okay. There's one. And then there's another one. Let's see. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I want it to go. Excuse me. I think, I don't know. I feel like I'm overthinking it, trying to match that one, but having trouble doing that. So I think I'm just going to go here. Right there. And the same thing happened again. Got stuck in the cutter, so try that same thing again. Oops. Oh, good. Didn't mash. There we go. Now what you can do is you can smooth. You can use a tool. I just use my fingers to smooth around the edges. And there we go. That's really cute. I think this would look really cute with a gnome. What do you guys think? Here are the scrappy bits. That would look really cute. Okay, so this was not what this looks very different than this, but these I'm going to add some gilding. It's basically like liquid gilding, like liquid alcohol ink almost. I'm going to be adding that to the top to really accentuate the design. But these hearts I totally wanted to use, and I thought chalk pastels would be a fun way to do that. So, I don't know what. Oh, you know what I could do with the scraps? Could potentially. I don't have enough scraps though to do a pair of studs to have the one in the middle. So, what would you do with these scraps if you had them? I don't know. I could pull out my small the heart at the top. Don't know what that will look like, but I'll try it, see what happens. Once again, gonna take it with it. I'm gonna try to push in. I'm gonna grab a tool. Hang on, it's stuck. You have this handy dandy little tool here. Came as part of a set with it's magnetic. Snaps into a handle, but I'm just gonna see. There we go. Oops. Be careful to not drop it, because now I smeared that. Darn it. Okay. What do we think of that one? Did I do another one? I'll do another one. Just because I can. I'm going to try to do this one. Oh. Not enough clay. Okay, well. Guess I'll have to do a backwards one then. Just does not seem to be, nope, enough clay. Here's what that one looks like. So, maybe I'll do another one like that. I can use this piece, I think. Nope, I can't. It's not big enough. All right, I'm going to take these scraps, ball them up. Push them together, see what color I get. Might do a little swirl here. All right, I'm going to roll them through the pasta machine and see what happens. Oh, that's kind of a fun color. Ooh, look at that. I can roll some more if I want. I can also add some more pink if I want. Now it's like a bluish pink almost. So, yeah. So this is what I like to do with polymer clay. I play around and then I ball things up and make something new. If I don't like that, I might add some other colors to it. I could also add some other chalk pastels if I wanted to. I mean, what would happen if I cut this out? What would this look like? I'm going to use the tree. See what this looks like in a tree. enough though. Let's see if I can do it this way. Nope, it's not long enough. Or, sorry, wide enough. What am I saying? Almost. There we go. How does this look like? Let's see. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. It has some subtle purple on it. Or bluish. It looks almost purple. But then I can ball this up. Do another one if I wanted to. There we go. Yeah, I don't think the camera's picking that up, but it's quite swirled. So, if I did another one. Here's what that one looks like. I don't know if I like that or not, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. So, I don't know if I'm going to keep those or not, but I definitely like these two. I'll show them to you one more time. Show one of them to you. That's quite fun. And you could do this with, this is a stencil again from Create Along and createalong.com. And you can use these with paint, with mica powder, with glitter. You could even use eyeshadow, just kind of like mica powder. That's like a sparkly powder. Yeah, so you can use them with alcohol inks, but the alcohol inks will stain the stencil, but I think, I don't think they'll damage the stencil, so just be aware of that. But yeah, so I'll turn the camera around and say goodbye. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Any designs you'd like to see, any color palettes you'd like to see, I love these trees are from Create Along. They're awesome. I love them. I love making all different color palettes of the trees into earrings, into necklaces, just on a simple chain. And yeah, these others are also from, put that right in front of the camera. These also are from Create Along. So, yeah, I'm plugging along. These are the last pieces I'm finishing, and then I'm putting everything on the website. So, stay tuned for those. So, at any rate, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out.